In a near-death experience, people turn around and say, my life flashed before my eyes. Imagine the scenario in a real death experience that it doesn't flash. It's not fast-forwarded. You go bang, back to the point of your birth, and you start to relive your life in a three-dimensional matrix-like recreation of your life. I then got into it and I thought, is there any evidence that the human brain remembers everything? I found it. Tons of material about this. For instance, not many people know this, but we receive reality. You're processing reality now. You're looking at me, you're taking in the sounds and everything else. In order to make everything simultaneous, the human brain buffers things. It's like the classic example. I don't know if you know, when you hear a car door slam, I don't know if you ever noticed, if the car is further away than 80 metres, the car door slamming and the sound aren't simultaneous. But under 80 metres, they are simultaneous, even though the sound takes longer to get to you than the light. So what the brain does, it waits until it gets all the information, it buffers it, and then presents it, so we have this feeling.
Like when it gathers on a video,
yes.
That type of buffering.
Yeah, like buffering, and the computer, where the computer buffers information before it presents it, okay? Yeah. Now, if this is the case, it means the human brain is recording things, because you can only buffer information if it's recorded. So I started looking into this, and I found a guy called Wilder Penfield, who was an American neurosurgeon from the 1930s to the 1950s. And Penfield was able to reproduce past life memories, three-dimensional past life memories in people, by placing an electrode onto the exposed temporal lobes of conscious patients. This clearly, to me, is evidence that the temporal lobes are crucial to all this, but also that the human brain records everything, and I think it records it holographically.
I'm fascinated by that, because the first time I got onto that idea and principle through the computer, it was never anything that was taught to us at school, but I came across the Akashic records.
Yes.
And when I started to read about the Akashic records, that basically everything is recorded. The Hindus, I think they were the first to bring up the Akashic record. And I was explaining it to my son, and my son said, oh, that's just belief. And yeah, it's about that fractal idea.
Yes, the Mandelbrot set, and the way everything repeats and repeats and repeats.
And goes into that enfoldment, that curve.
And that curved idea. Now, you might be intrigued by this.